Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here with our first video of the week. It is Monday.
Whenever you watch this, it may not be Monday, but
yeah,
for us, it's a Monday. We're going to go over what sold today in our online store. I'm beautiful wife Linda. I'm Cameron. If you're new, we buy stuff at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, online auctions, wherever we can find it. We'll flip it online for a profit. These are all items that sold in one day. Now, if you watched the last video, if you stay tuned, we sold 32 items over the weekend, Friday through Sunday, on all the platforms we sell on, eBay, Mercari, Posh, all that good stuff. And you're going to see what just sold in one day compared to 32 items this past. So Linda is going to break down the numbers for us first.
So we had 26 sales on 2 platforms for just over $8.85.
So the weird thing was we sold 32 for, we ended up having one extra sale. You guys didn't see it, but it was a Logitech Trackman mouse. Maybe I'll put it on the screen if I remember. That sold for like 32. That put us over 900 for those 32 sales. We're now we're almost to that number in just 26 sales, and this is in one day. Monday went crazy. We usually don't sell this much in one day, but it's an awesome, blessed day. Let's get into it, though, and go over what sold.
So on Mercari, we had our one big sale. This is an HORI wrap something.
Yeah, RAP Hayabusa.
Oh, there you go.
It's an arcade stick, fight stick is what people call them. This hooks up to like a PS4 or something like that to play fighting games. This came from R&R, one of our newest sources. I paid $50 for that and something else, and it sold for
$140 plus shipping.
So we have the box to something else, is another video games fight stick that might sell. But yeah, 50 and 140. They paid shipping too, so should make plenty of money on that one. Very happy with it. Now eBay.
To start off eBay, out of the $700 manual buy, we have a 2000 to 2004 Honda Insight, sold for $68 shipped. Then we've got a 2014 Toyota Sienna owner's manual, sold for $16 shipped. Next up, we have from Salvation Army Auctions, we have this vintage San Francisco 49ers hat for the 40th anniversary, and that did sell for $31 shipped.
Yeah, it's a sports specialties, but kind of not the greatest graphic on the front. I paid $60, I think, for all the hats. I sold one for 20, and then this one for 40. And then I have another one that's a pretty rare Bills one that should go for over 100. So, plus some other hats were in there, but we're getting our money back.
Then we've got a pink dolphin gray hoodie, size large, and it did sell for $26 shipped.
This has a hole in the sleeve. It would have gone for probably $35-40, but the hole in the sleeve is kind of the deal breaker. So we spent $5 on this. I didn't realize the hole was in.
Then we got a Toyota Lexus genuine cabin air filter, sold for $15 and some change.
We go first class, super light.
Next up, we have a quantity of 6 Summer's Eve freshening sprays.
From our dead stock, I got a bunch of brand new ones of these, so loading up in a lot of 6, and they sold for
$25 shipped.
They'll have to go ground, so it'll cost a little more to ship them, but we have 100. I don't know. I bought them all. They came in this. It was a big bundle buy, but they were included. So first one to sell.
Next up, we have a Jemmy brand Disney Tinkerbell snow globe, and that sold for $35 shipped.
Yep. People love Tinkerbell, I guess, still.
Then we've got a $19.99 4-inch Pokemon Pocket Monster Psyduck plush. He still has his tag and everything.
Yeah. He's an old one for sure. We sold the Mew one, I think, for like 100 or 80 or something like that. And this guy sold for
$50 shipped.
He's adorable. Look at him.
Next up, we have this pair of vintage Craftsman swivel sockets. And those sold for $14 shipped.
These are 50 cents at an estate sale each, so $1 in. They took a while to sell. They're kind of beat up.
Then we've got a Marvel's Thunderbird. This is a vintage 5-inch action figure from 1998. Sold for almost $10 shipped. Next up, Cameron picked up a bunch of those PS Vita games, and 2 more sold. So the first one here is Wipeout 2048, sold for $26 shipped.
Yep.
Next up, Cameron picked up a bunch of this shirt from Salvation Army.
Yeah, they've all been selling, though.
This is Ben Sherman brand. It's a button-up.
Nice floral, really colorful print.
Yeah.
We sold 5 now of them. This one sold for?
This is an extra large that sold for $33.50. And we have multiple sizes. So
yeah, the extra large have sold the best, and then 1 large. We may have
a medium.
A medium, so I think we're out of extra larges, I think, now.
Oh.
But we paid $10 a piece for them, so we paid up, but they're all selling for over 30 first class shipping. And we sold one on Posh, I think. One or two on Posh and the rest on eBay.
Then we've got an Apple MacBook Air 13-inch box only, sold for $22 and some change. Next up, here's that second PS Vita game. This is Hot Shots Golf, and that sold for $20 shipped.
So just to clarify, on the PS Vita, it came with the system, $100 all in. So we got 20 something, that's $40-something. We sold at 35, so that's what, almost 80. And then we sold, what was the other game we sold yesterday? Was it another 20? Another 20, I think. I think we already sold $100 in just 4 games, and I have about 4 or 5 more to sell plus the system. So PS Vita stuff can do very well. Hard to find, but can do very well.
Next up, we've got a vintage can of Colgate Instant Regular Shave Cream, and that sold for $24.50 shipped.
These also have to go, I think, ground.
Yeah. Then we've got a USMC Rifle Sharpshooter badge, sold for $11 and some change.
Yeah, we sell a lot of these military badges. Usually I pick them up for like 50 cents or $1. And they usually sell for anywhere from 10 to 15. Sometimes we get them brand new too.
Then we've got Spider-Man 3 for Xbox 360 game only, or disc only, sold for almost $24 shipped.
Very good for disc only.
Next up, a lot of 6 new girls natural convertible dance ballet tights for a child's medium, sold for $21 shipped.
This wasn't the greatest buy. I think I'm in these for like $3 a piece. They'll probably go in a Battlefront, so not the greatest.
Next up, super old listing.
Very old. This is one of the oldest things we probably have.
This is a vintage Radio Shack
like a ferret
thing.
It looks like a ferret, kind of. I don't know, but it doesn't really have feet.
It's
like a radio. It's got like a little radio control. It doesn't work though. What brand is it? Or it's Radio Shack, but I don't know what year it is.
I don't know. Yeah.
This came from I think a storage unit guy I bought. It was just a plush. It looked different. Thought I could get it to work. It didn't. It sat for years and years, and it sold for
$60 shipped.
So I think it was probably the only one that had one. I have no idea why someone bought it, but I'm hoping they sold it. It didn't work.
Next up, we've got an Apple Pencil box.
This is with the pencil.
Oh, with the pencil. Oh, sorry. This is a genuine Apple Pencil stylus, A1603 from R&R. We picked up, and that sold for $50 shipped.
Little charger on the end. Linda's getting ideas because she wants Apple products now.
Anyways. Next up, this is a Linda buy.
Bubble wrap. She bought it. We packed stuff with it. Good job,
Great.
Linda.
This is a vintage Sun Tea pitcher. This is the one that has the Sunburst logo on it. Most of them sell because they got the Sunburst logo on it.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
For 40, 45, I think, or something like that.
And then this one did sell for $50.
Do you remember what you paid for it? $6?
$6.
$6. These are the glass ones. They sell better than the plastic ones in our experience. I forgot what the other brand was. They're different brands that sell them, but they do sell, guys. People will buy these. I don't know where it went. The last one went to Arizona, so shipping was great. We got good feedback on it.
Nevada.
Yeah, so somewhere close. This only took maybe a week to sell because we went there like 2 weekends ago. So maybe it took a week to sell, even faster than the other one. So I'm going to keep picking up these little Sun Tea glass pitchers. They're a gallon pitchers. Only if I can get them for like kind of that I'd rather pay about $5. That was a thrift store, obviously, but because shipping can eat you a little bit on it. But if you pack them nice, get them there, should be okay. Next up, we have a replacement battery cover for a Bluetooth Wowie Roboraptor. He's a big, like blue and white wrap thing. There's a black one too, but he's big. You remember he was in the garage. Zane got scared of him, but he's this big Raptor. It didn't really work well, so I parted them out. And then this was just a battery cover, and it sold for $11 and some change. So that's okay. Always try to find a way to make a few bucks if you can. Next up, we've got Pitfall for Intellivision. Game box and manual, sold for $17 shipped. Very clean vintage box. I mean, it's got a couple of scuffs, but it's the form on it. Nice, like the form. Usually you find like a little caved in. It's holding its form very well. This was $2. Got that, and it sold pretty quick. Then another $800 DVD buy. We've got seasons 1 and 2 of Billy the Exterminator, sold for $25 shipped. The guy who bought this, he had a picture of he looked like Billy the Exterminator, kind of. Oh, kind of looked a little crazy like that, but yeah. Crazy. And last but not least, while we were pulling items, this is a Thomas & Friends Thomas the Train Easy Go replacement remote control, sold for $11 and some change. On little kids' toys, these remotes and stuff, even the Wowie Raptor remote, the Wowie Robot remote, sometimes those sell better than just selling the whole unit. So you get it, it doesn't work. The whole unit. We shouldn't be selling how units, anyways.
Exactly.
But if you get a whole unit, it might be the shipping can be a little bit pricey. Sometimes just getting this remote, or if you see this remote at the bins or whatever, or any remote for one of those little remote control systems, look them up. Some of them have some value. So that's all we got. Got a lot to pack up, guys. Very blessed day for sure. It definitely makes the weekend a little bit better too, because we have a lot of sales coming through today, and we'll hope to continue that tomorrow. So stay tuned.
And
We're back. No, we're back with Tuesday's sales. Let us know the numbers first, and then we'll jump into what sold today.
It's not a no.
No. Yes. Go.
So we had 9 sales on just one platform today, for just under $555, but that's a tentative.
There's a huge sale in there that everything's accurate in the listing, but I messaged them just to confirm they're aware of the condition, because I don't want to ship this big item out and then them have an issue with it. So hopefully they'll come back and acknowledge that, and we'll ship it. We'll go over the first items that sold though.
So out of the Disney 330 buy, we've got this Disney Store sketchbook, Monsters Inc. This is Sully and Mike. It's a cute little ornament.
Yep.
And that sold for $30 shipped.
And we'll put some more bubble wrap around him. Should go out first class.
Then from Camp 2021, we've got a Panasonic Blu-ray player. Sold
Got a
for
little dust because it's been here for a year.
yeah, sold for $42 shipped.
So Linda will get that one wiped down. We don't sell a lot of Blu-ray players individually. Every once in a while, if I get them for cheap or whatever, some are worth a little bit, but usually not something you want to spend too much money on.
Next up, we got Lady Hawk on DVD. Sold for $15 shipped.
We sold this one used the other day for $10. It sold for $15 now.
Then we've got The Age of Madness, Volume 1 by Joe Abercrombie. Or Abercrombie.
I don't know if that's right. It says A Little Hatred. Oh, book 1 of The Age of Madness.
Volume 1.
Yeah, okay. It's called A Little Hatred, I guess. Got it. Just making sure it was accurate.
It is a signed copy. It's a nice hardcover, and it's brand new, and it did sell for $40 shipped.
This came from our newest source, so it was just in the books they got, so that was cool.
Then from our local Salvation Army, we have the Buttercream Gang on DVD. Yep.
Yeah. When you got that Sun Tea thing, I found one DVD I looked at and I go, that one might be worth something. And sure enough,
sold for $15
I
shipped.
think it was $2. It sold for $15.
Then we got the Grapes of Wrath on DVD, sold for $9 shipped.
There we go.
Next up, at a $100 jazz buy, we have this set of 9 discs.
She's a good reader too.
Discrete drums CD-ROM lot, sold for $72 shipped. These are the ones that you can use for your background
sound effects
stuff,
yeah.
all that stuff.
We sold a bunch of these.
I think this is our 4th set.
And I think we have one more set. No, we have some DVD ones, or they're at least in DVD cases. But I think this is the last set of discrete drum ones.
The other ones we had were Hollywood something.
Hollywood Premiere or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
We sold two sets of those, another set of discrete drums, and then we have a bunch of different sound effects too they're in like DVD cases, but those all came from the Jazz 100 buy. The guy was like a producer or something. I know he was getting royalties from some of his like sound things that he would create. Because when my friend bought the unit, there was like information about that. I bought all the media stuff from him, all the CDs, DVDs, and jazz books and all that. So yeah, that was a pretty good sale there. And then
the big boy. So this is a Hello Kitty pink 13-inch vintage television. It does have the remote. It's like a retro game TV. So
it's like this big, probably.
No, it's not.
Like this.
It's a square.
It's not a square. Go look at it.
Looks like a square.
It's rounded, first of all.
Yeah, but it's not that big.
Yes, it is.
I think it's thicker, but I don't think it's like this.
Well, like this.
No, not like that.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm the one who carried it and left it.
He's a man.
No, trust me. Anyways, it's a 13-inch 13-inch TV. People do buy old, like, if you find like old Sanyo, Sony, Panasonic TVs with the VCRs or stuff, people will buy those sometimes for old gaming TVs, the little ones. This one, I picked it up for $10 with the remote. They said it worked, which it does, but it has some damage. Some of it's more cosmetic, a lot of staining and different stuff, but there's one little chip to the glass on the front. It doesn't affect any pixels, but you can see like this little chip, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
No.
So it's not like it's that big, but like once I noticed, I was like, oh, bummer. I didn't notice at the sale. And I was going to sell the remote separately. I thought I'll just sell the remote, but the remote has a crack in it, in the plastic. So I got excited because it was a good price, $10. I'm like, this is a $200 TV, easy. And it looked good. I thought I could just kind of magic erase all the scuffs, which a lot of them did come out, but the other stuff I can't address, like the screen. Still listed it because it's hard to find, and it sold for
$280 shipped.
It's going to Iowa. The buyer has 30 feedback, so they're not super like new. They just made an account yesterday, but buyers tend to not always read. We've had 3 returns in the past month where the buyer either didn't read the listing, they bought a left-handed club and thought it was right, even though it says left everywhere in the title description and in the item specifics. I had someone buy a vacuum that, oh, I didn't need this lift away one vacuum head, and it clearly says it's a lift away one in the title again there. So yeah, people don't always.
I didn't know I didn't have a lift away.
Yeah, and it's like, well, if you would have paid attention, the model number is there. It says lift away on the vacuum in the picture and in the listing and title. And then we sold a food processor lid where someone said, I just looked at the photo and I thought it might fit mine because it was the same brand. Not taking a look at the model number or the quart size or anything, whatever, cup size, whatever it was. They just looked at it and knew that it might fit. Really what they did was they were doing a rental. Well, I'll try it out. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to return it. That's the bummer with free returns. But because this TV does have some condition issues and it's so big and bulky, and there's a risk that if I do send it and they open a return, they might not pack it well enough to come back. I just sent them a message and said, hey guys, hey person, can you confirm you saw the condition? It is not perfect. It does work. It tests out fine, but there's these issues or these condition issues. You know, if you still want us to ship it, we'll go ahead and ship it. It's all in the listing and in the photos, but I just wanted to make sure you saw it all. Normally, I would not do that on an item that sold, even if it had condition issues, but because of how bulky and big this one is, it's kind of a pain to ship. I really don't want to take that step if the person just wasn't paying attention and bought the item.
A Carhartt Legacy drill tool holder,
yep.
And that sold for $18 shipped.
It was $1, not a garage sale. Only thing I bought there. Just saw this, he wanted $1 for it, and grabbed it and it sold. First class, easy shipper right there, and it's on its way. So pretty good, guys. That's all we got, and we'll be back.
Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Splashback here with your video for Hump Day. It's the middle of the week, and we're ready for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
But
yesterday was kind of weird because Monday was huge, like 25 sales.
Yeah,
and yesterday was like 9. We sold that TV. If you guys saw it, they did end up saying they saw the condition and they wanted it. Yeah. But it's kind of a slower quantity-wise. And then today, Wednesday, bounced back. Another huge day. So how did we do?
We had 17 sales on just one platform for just over $630.
Pretty cool. And we sold that fight stick the other day on Mercari for $140. Got good feedback. The guy got it on his birthday. It showed up. Today is his birthday. And he got it. And he was
happy
super,
birthday,
he says, it works. He said it came just as I got off work. The package got delivered. Tried it out. Awesome. So excited on my birthday. So that was pretty cool. And that was a $50 buy. We're going to get into it, though, because we have limited time. The phone's going to run out of space. So, you want to do the numbers?
I will do I just did the numbers, but these 2 items are sitting over right there.
Okay.
Right behind you, second bucket. You'll see the little doll on top of the brown box.
All right, let's go.
First item out of the Disney 330 buy. Cameron got this Corn limited edition voodoo
Straight
doll.
Up every Disney. Oh, Corn's not Disney. No.
It's creepy.
By the name, we named the buy based on a lot of stuff's in there, but this is obviously a Corn doll. It was in this big box of plush, all the Tigger stuff for $100 of that portion, and this guy sold for
$80.
$80, guys. Look out for these guys. They sell very well. A lot of interest, a lot of watchers.
People like the weird.
Yep, and then next
out of our vintage perfume samples, we have a 1980s Coco Chanel mini purse perfume, sold for almost $20 shipped.
$20.
Next up, Cameron got a bunch of doll wigs, and this is a
Monique. Bought some weird stuff in my day.
A Monique Lucky Doll wig. This is the Carrot Red, number 404.
The color looks really good on this one, like the red hair. It's like, of all the colors, I'm like, this one, I only had one red one. And it's called the Carrot Lucky. And there was not many listed on eBay either. And this one sold for
$25 shipped.
And these, I paid about $1.50 for the ones in the boxes, and I bought some ones in bags that were like 50 cents or something. So that was good. Probably on the 2 that we've sold, we've already made all of our money back on all the wigs, and we're in the profit.
Next up, we have a PlayStation PS3 PlayStation 3. A PS3 lot. This is Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, sold for $18 shipped.
And there's another Grand Theft Auto, if you think you can add it. I don't know if it's Liberty Stories or whatever it is. I don't remember. But so a lot of people with the Grand Theft Autos, if they're on PS3 or 360, just slot them together and sell them that way. Sometimes it's a little bit quicker.
Then we got a pair of Eddie Bauer jeans, regular flex waistband, 3230, sold for $30 shipped with tags.
Yep, $5 from our main source. Probably in a padded flat rate. Easy money. Only took about a week to sell.
Next up is this Diane's Happy Toes sandal. It's a snowman with a palm tree and bells and stuff. Adorable. It's one of those knickknacks you stick out to collect dust, and it sold for $25 shipped.
It was $2 at a garage sale down the street. 2 into 25.
Next up, Cameron Parts Out Vacuums. This is the grill replacement.
Not all vacuums are the same.
Not all vacuums are created.
Some are trash.
This is the Shark Navigator, sold for $15 shipped. Next up, we got Scooby-Doo Unmasked for Game Boy Advance, sold for almost $11 shipped.
From the death pile.
Then we have a Keurig K2.0 replacement part, sold for $15 shipped.
First class.
Next up, we have this cool Pac-Man joystick plug and play.
Zane would have probably liked this.
I know. It has 12 games in it.
Or would it be like this?
Yeah. Well, I think those are supposed to be like the eyes.
Oh. Anyways, it's a little plug and play. There's all different kinds. This one looks like Pac-Man, and it's sold for
$22 shipped, and we did get that from our new source, R&R.
Not a great profit on these, but you.
Never mind, because that A would be upside down. It does go this.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No, other way. Like, look at the A and the B. It would go like this.
Anyways, if you can get them for $1 though, it might be worth your time because they're a little bit bulky and everything, but for $1, worth it.
Next up, we have a TCA 440KK electronic calculator. Has one roll tape. It is made in Japan. It's new open box, and it's sold for $90 shipped.
I got 2 of these, both new open box. It was listed at 200 because there were no comps. Someone offered like 50, and I counted at 150. We met at 90, and I was happy because I'm in it for 10. So 10 and a 90, we'll take it.
Then we have The Substitute, the complete 4-movie collection on DVD for $14 shipped.
This sells for like 30 if it's new sealed. We sold it before.
Then we have the Earthsea Trilogy. I'm not sure which book it is, but it's a hardcover.
I think it's all of them.
Oh, is it all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the Earthsea Trilogy by Ursula K. Le Guin. That we picked up when we got the Game of Thrones book. That one we sold for what?
150 or 160, something like that.
This is part of that buy, and this sold for $30 shipped.
So that was $20 for all these books, and we're already in them for like 190, 180, something like that.
Then a $700 manual buy. We have a 2006-2008 Honda Ridgeline ETM, sold for $48 shipped. Next up, Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for GBA, sold for $9 shipped. Then we have a Ryobi door hinge template installation kit, sold for $29 shipped.
$2, guys, but it's brand new sealed. It's sold pretty quickly. It's probably going to cost us $10 to ship it, but we'll still make, $10 on the deal when it's all said and done, and it's easy money.
And last but not least, something we picked up at a local thrift store, this Panasonic PVD4761 double feature combo player, sold for $110 shipped. We do have the remote and the wires with it.
This sold once before it was returned. I forgot the reason. It wasn't because it didn't work. I ordered it by mistake, or no, it didn't hook up to their system. It hooks up with video cables, so I'm assuming they thought it was like HDMI or something, which I show the back of the unit so they can see what plugs there. They probably had no idea what they were doing, so they returned it. This one sold again for $110. We're pretty much breaking even if it goes through everything because of all the shipping we lost. But that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes buyers are not the smartest. We just have to roll with it. But that's all we got, guys. Really great day. A lot of stuff. Pretty easy packing day. Aside from the VCR is a little bit bulky, but I still left it in bubble wrap from when it came in. So it's nice and ready to go. And we'll go ahead and get this packed up and out of here. We'll see you guys 2, 1.
And we're back.
With Thursday sales. So, Linda, go over the numbers.
We had 10 sales on 2 platforms for just over $310.
A pretty good day. Solid at least. I'm happy that their platform came through. We'll start with that one.
We got Mercari. So this is a Michael Kors logo bag. Has the MK logo all over it.
It's called the Jet Set. Whatever that means.
It is new
some
tags.
Staining though, like a discoloration a little bit. It's not new tags.
Oh,
it has the tag,
tags.
has a receipt, but she definitely used it. You can see some discoloration. The tag has just been like tied back on there, and listing it sold as used.
Lame.
So still got some life left, and this item was from our newest source from a big bulk buy, and it sold for
$50 plus shipping.
But pretty good, and it looks legit. I checked it out. All the codes seem to match. Everything seems to be okay, so hopefully that's the case.
Then to start off eBay, we have an Emerson VHS VCR player. Sold for $56 shipped with the remote.
The cool thing about these ones are super light. These are like the small little VCRs, super light, easy to ship, not too heavy.
Next up, we have, out of the $800 DVD buy, The Fly,
Sold
the
for
2-disc set.
A couple different Fly DVDs we sold out
Yeah,
there.
and that sold for $11.50 shipped.
Cool, cool.
Next up, we have Faith and Family, the holiday collection, 4 movies in 1. Sold for almost $13 shipped. Picked that up at one of our local thrift stores.
Yeah, that was like $2 or $3.
Next up, we have a pair of Lululemon leggings, size 8. And those sold for $21 shipped.
Those were, I think, $2 at a garage sale.
Then we've got 16 Bible stories for the whole family on DVD. Sealed, sold for $17
This is our second one to sell.
I think so.
I paid $1 a piece, got 2 of them brand new sealed, and they both sold pretty quickly.
And media is the way to go, apparently. Next up, we have Goosebumps on DVD. There's a lot of 5 different movies in our set, sold for $25 shipped.
These were, I think, a couple bucks as well, each at a garage sale.
Next up, from the Jazz 100 buy, we have the Counterpoint in the style of JS Puck. And that sold for $25.50 shipped, and it's actually going global shipping program to a repeat buyer.
Which is weird. That's crazy. I don't think we probably wouldn't have many repeat global shipping buyers, but apparently we do, especially for this item.
Yeah.
It's a song.
Oh, you know what? Maybe not. I think it's a drop ship. It's a drop shipper.
Oh, it's a drop shipper. That's
just
why.
based on the name, you can tell.
Okay, that makes more sense. About to say it's a weird item for someone too.
Next up, we have a Bachman Gandhi Dancer motor-powered hand car.
One of the
Literally. Ooh, there it is.
one of the figures broke. It was been broken off before when I first got it, but he's here. So this sold as is for parts.
And sold for $20 shipped, and we did pick that up at our local thrift store.
That's like all those trains. They sold that one set for $100, then I think one for $21, and then that for $20. It was $30 for all of them. Very good deal, and we still have trains to go. The thrift store guys, they don't know everything. Sometimes there is money there.
Then, last but not least, out of the Disney 330, we've got Lilo and Stitch, the ornament.
Space
Adorable.
Adventure little ornament. This one's really cute.
They're on the rocket ship that they ride at the supermarket. That Stitch goes, ugh. It's adorable.
It's a very cute little ornament. But this was at $75 and we took a best offer of
$60 shipped.
because sales were kind of slow, so I sent an offer out, or he sent me an offer for $6 and I took it. So happy to see that one go. That's all we got, guys. We'll get this packed up and out of here, and we might be back if something else sells, and if not, we'll see you in the next video with what sells this weekend. So take care.